I'm joined by our high performance manager Damien Austin. We've kicked off season 2018, so tell us how the boys, how did they return?
They're in very good shape. They left in good shape, so they're really keen to get back into football and training, so they've really looked after themselves while they've been away.
So it was a bit of a rude shock straight back into the running. How did they go with all the running outside at Urunga on Monday?
The running was actually less than what they finished with last week, so they've had some solid running while they've been on the break before they got here. Ideally, sessions progress up to Christmas and then we get to the games to round one, so we hit the ground running pretty quickly.
So tell us, just in the next few weeks before the Christmas break, what's your focus as high performance manager?
The next little while we'll just get to review the players, what they've done, reiterate what their goals are and see how we can help them achieve areas of growth within their development, whether it's physical, whether it's football sense, and just find out areas that we can help them with, plus make them resilient footballers and develop them as well.
And will there be a big focus on building their endurance in this pre-season before we start getting into games?
There's always an emphasis on endurance and getting up and running. We'll hopefully progress quite quickly over the next few weeks, so they've come back in good shape, so it's a little bit of maintenance around what they've done and trying to accentuate where we want to take their game, not just as a team but also as an individual.
Yeah, great. So we saw a few people up and running again, which was great to see, including Mitch Robinson. How is his recovery going from a foot injury he had last year?
Yeah, well, he went away really good shape. We had him running, moving around and doing everything, so we expect him to be right for 20th of November when he comes back. Yep.
And then another one is Christensen, who's been hitting the gym. He had a season-ending collarbone injury last year, but how's he going at the moment?
Yeah, same as Mitch. We expect him to be full training. He's ticked all the boxes, should have no issues to go straight into full training.
Sam Skinner was another who had to have ACL surgery in the off-season, but we saw him lifting weights. How's his progression?
Yeah, he's good, been good. He's had a break and obviously needs a break and come back mentally refreshed to go into a rehab process with a second ACL. A bit disappointing, but he's handled it really well, and what he does away from football is really important for him to keep him occupied. But from our emphasis, it's just building his leg strength and making sure we're looking after him on and off training.
And another one, Jared Berry did come back with a bit of a foot injury. He's wearing a boot at the moment. Would you mind just telling us where he's at with that injury?
Yep, Berry left the season with a bit of a foot complaint. He was going well throughout the off-season. He's come back with a little mould there, so we're just being precautious in regards to putting him in a boot for a few weeks to make sure we get him right, because we've got plenty of time for a young kid just to get through the pre-season.
Up here in Brisbane, it's obviously really hot. We go down to Tasmania to escape the heat. What's the sort of thought process behind that?
Well, obviously the weather and the humidity is a lot better in Tasmania. Last year we had perfect weather. It's completely different to Queensland. I know a lot of clubs come to Queensland to train in the heat. We're doing it consistently, so it's a bit of vice versa for us, and just do something different where we find we can get a bit more out of our players. It's not the heat exhaustion and the humidity wearing them out, so they can sustain their efforts a bit longer.
Great, thanks so much, Damien, and all the best for the pre-season.
Thank you very much.